So Ragnar, hello, you from Ukraine.
Hi.
First of all, Ragnar, please tell us a little about yourself for our viewers. Where do you live? What do you do, etc.?
Yeah, I live in Reykjavik, Iceland, and I used to be a photographer for a newspaper. Then I quit last year. Now this year in March I quit when COVID started. So, and I've made my own. We have my own publishing company with my friends to publish books about the Arctic. And so there's a new book coming out. It's called Arctic Heroes, which is about the Greenlandic sled dog and their hunters. And it was a great thing to do. And I've been photographing. I'm also photographing all the Arctic countries. Yeah. And I've been in Siberia and in Russia, and it's really been great. And I hope to finish that like in 2 years, that project. But now we are coming out with a book about, it's a little step, you know, the books. It's fun making books. I think you have the same idea about, you know, to see your work in a book. It's really great. So I started to do books more than working on a newspaper. It was changing fast, and it used to be great, but it isn't anymore. We don't go anywhere, but so I go a lot myself.
Thank you, Ragnar. But why did you choose the profession of a photographer for you? Tell me, please, a little bit about this story.
That actually came from my father, and I was looking at old magazines and paintings, books about paintings, and I can't paint, so I got my father's old Leica, borrowed, and I lived on a farm as a kid for 6 summers, so I started photographing landscape, birds, animals, and the people, and I did learn to fly, to be a pilot, so it was a fight between being a photographer or a pilot, so I learned both actually, but there were no jobs for pilots, and I was very much keen on photography, and I had so much fun doing it. So it kind of was a passion for me to take pictures.
Great.
But I still fly. I fly and take pictures, so
wow.
That's good.
Right. Ragnar, as you said, and as I know, you're shooting a lot in the Iceland, the Faroes, Greenland, Indonesia, Scandinavia, and Siberia. This is a slightly unusual choice among most photographers. How did these places inspire you? Excluding Iceland, of course, because this is your home. I always very fascinated photographing people and different cultures and things like that. And the people like in the Faroe Islands, it's the most friendly island in the world actually. If you go there, it's it's like going 100 years back in time, because it's like people haven't seen Facebook or anything or argue there. You know, they're very friendly. So it was very easy for me to photograph that. People were very positive. Iceland is fine too, and most of the countries I've been traveling to, like Siberia, and it's been great. I mean, people I love it actually. People in Siberia were great. So, and it's just, you know, the interest for and I want to show people how people live and for the world to see. I mean, yeah, it's a great life and great people, and it's the world should know, I think. And I always try to photograph with, you know, kind of respect for the people I photograph, kind of, you know, it's, you know what I mean? It's, yeah.
Understand. And what do you think a photographer should pay attention to in the place where he went to shoot, if the task is to depict the whole essence of this place?
Well, you mean to, when you go to a place, what, to, like, photograph, or?
Yes, like photograph,
Yeah, it's different, like here in Iceland, there's a lot of people coming here now, tourists coming to Iceland, and they're photographing mainly the focus because we have beautiful landscapes. So people come and photograph the landscape, and you can get so much in a day. You can fly over, you know, beautiful landscape, and you can drive, and you see so much. You can, if you're lucky, you could even, you know, soon we will have an eruption, maybe 2 of them. So if you're there, it's really great. So, and also to photograph, what I'm doing is photographing kind of disappearing lifestyles. It's changing so fast. So I had the feeling that I had to document things that, like in Greenland, like what we're doing now with the Arctic heroes, spoke about the hunters and the dogs. It's fading away. The ice is so thin. It used to be like frozen for 8 months. Now it's like 5 months. So and the dogs, there were 30,000 10 years ago. Now they are 11, 12,000. So the vehicles are taking over. So it's a life that is disappearing, and I want to catch that life. And, you know, I think it's important to document things like that.
Sure. And what cameras are you shooting with now? Do you keep using film or digital cameras only?
I use both. I love using film because I grew up kind of in a dark room. You know, it was, it's my passion, it lies in the film. But digital cameras are so great now, so I use it. But I always bring a film camera with me because, like in Greenland, it was minus 49 degrees sometimes and windy. So the batteries, they disappeared quite fast. So then the film took over. And I used a Leica and a Canon. And I used the Mamiya 7 and a Linhof 6x12. But mainly I'm using the Leicas now. Really, lenses are good, and the quality of the pictures from it is great.
Well, yes, we are.
Yes. That one, that's the one.
Like this?
I use that one. Exactly
great.
like that.
Yes. This is like of my colleague Alex.
That's the one.
Oh, yes. Very nice.
And you know, it's what I have so much fun using that one, this little one, because it looks like it's a great camera. It doesn't look like, for people, that it's a real camera. It looks kind of old or something like that. So people are aware of, like you're a tourist or taking some, so they're not, you know, on the edge when you have around them with that camera. So you can get a lot of the right moments, for me, you know, where people are off guard when you take the picture of them. And it's not heavy, so travel with this. I don't travel with many cameras. I never use longer lenses than 90. Mm-hmm. I don't use the long lenses because when I found out after, you know, all the years I've been, you know, photographing, that my pictures that I liked the most they were from 21 to 90 or 50. So all the ones that I took on 300 millimeters, something like that, I didn't like them. So I stopped bringing that with me, this heavy lenses, and it works quite well. I really have to walk towards you to take the picture instead of, you know, stealing it far away. So I really love using just those normal lenses, you know.
Great, thank you. So Ragnar, your compositions are very complete and eye-catching. Could you
thank you.
Yes. It's true. And could you describe what is the most important to you in a perfect composition?
That's a good question and hard to answer. But I think I always feel like I am trying, and I think it will take all my life to to get maybe a good picture. I'm always trying to get a good picture. And I have the feeling that if you get one, it like comes to you kind of. You know, when I'm in the mood of taking, I think it's very important to be in a good mood when you're somewhere, you know, so you're on your toes, so you're on the edge, so, you know, having fun taking pictures. Then, at least for me, I take my best photos like that. And when I'm very excited about something. So then I'm, you know, and then it kind of comes to me, the pictures that I like I get.
Thank you. Great. In the end, Ragnar, can you give some advices to young photographer, to people who just try to do their long way to professional photographer?
Well, I think photography in the world is there's so many pictures taken today, like on cell phone, and a lot of people. I think there are more pictures taken every day than like 100 years before or something like that. And I think young photographers shouldn't do that. They should use cameras because the quality is much better. And I always say to, like my friend said a few years ago when digital came, it's over. And I was saying, no, it's not over. If you have fun taking photographs, it's not over. And if you feel like you're losing a run, you have to run faster. You know, that's my approach to it. So I did more when things went down for some photographers. Like if you see like National Geographic, they don't send photographers as much as they used to. But I go by myself. I go everywhere I can, and we're not earning much money on a book. I mean, it's so expensive to do it, but it's part of is the joy of, you know, making a book,
sure.
Creating something. And I think that's I believe that if you're passionate about what you do, good things comes to you. That's what has happened to me. So it's based on a belief on when you're doing something that it will work out.